all over me.
Family meal with 8 or more pieces of freshly cooked KFC chicken, home-style sides, and biscuits, and you'll get a delicious double chocolate chip cake for free. Bring back dinner and dessert at KFC.
Hurricane Katrina. Which stars are fleeing today? Next ET.
Most of New Orleans is underwater tonight. It's been a day of dramatic rooftop rescues. Looting is rampant, and now there is no power, no drinking water, and people are being told to leave. Good evening, I'm Bob Schieffer. For the people along the Gulf Coast, it is a catastrophe. Billions in damage and a death toll that cannot yet be calculated. Again tonight, John Roberts heads our coverage.
And we have been touring the flooded streets of New Orleans today, witnessing the devastation, the rescuing of survivors, the search for the missing, and the looting. We'll have full coverage throughout the hurricane zone tonight, what FEMA now calls the most significant natural disaster to ever hit the United States.
This is the CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer.
We knew it was bad. Tonight, we're beginning to understand just how bad. This was a killer hurricane. The Gulf Coast is so devastated, there is no way to tally an official death toll, but the governor of Mississippi says as many as 80 died there, and a city official in Biloxi says that number will climb into the hundreds as more searchers are able to get into the hardest hit areas. 80% of New Orleans is still underwater tonight, and the water is rising because of another break in a levee. And where it is dry, there is so much looting. One woman said it looks like downtown Baghdad. More than 2 million homes and businesses across 6 states are without electricity, and insured losses are estimated at $25 billion. Our team of correspondents and camera crews are spread out all along the Gulf Coast tonight in all the hardest hit areas, and we begin in New Orleans with John Roberts. John?
Good evening to you, Bob. The governor of Louisiana said today that she is considering the remarkable step of evacuating the remaining residents of New Orleans. A water main broke, leaving New Orleans without drinking water, and the flooding here is getting worse after waters from Lake Pontchartrain broke through a levee. And with much of New Orleans now underwater, authorities are focused on search and rescue before it's too late.
If ever the cavalry was needed, it is now, and it is in New Orleans. An Army National Guard helicopter today rescued people from rooftops, fragile islands in the floodwaters. It was the Coast Guard to the rescue for others, swinging axes to reach people trapped in attics. In one submerged neighborhood, they plucked people to safety one by one with a helicopter-borne basket. An air-sea rescue in the heart of urban America. And when you pull back for a wide shot, the scene is nothing short of apocalyptic. 80% of New Orleans, including much of downtown, is underwater. The Big Easy's famous Canal Street, living up to its name. And rising waters will now force officials to evacuate the shelter at the Superdome. Katrina's departure was just the beginning of the misery.
I didn't think it was over, but I didn't think it would come to this.
But it has come to this. People are now living in parking garages. Others picked up what they could and moved to higher ground on the interstate. Refugees in their own hometown.
We're not able to get up and just go. We don't have transportation. I mean, we live in paycheck to paycheck. I mean, it ain't like we could just able to get up and just leave.
It was all enough to bring Louisiana's governor to tears today.
The magnitude of the situation is untenable. It's just heartbreaking.
New Orleans is called the Big Bowl, a lake to the north, a river to the south, and canals on both sides. Most of the land in between is below sea level. When Katrina breached the levees that held the water back, the bowl was swamped. And in the poorer neighborhoods of that bowl, people who could least afford it have lost the most. Water is still head high, swamping everything in sight. Every rescue boat that goes out comes back heavy with human cargo. One crew had to break open the front of this house to get to a woman who had been trapped in her attic for 2 days. And they will be at it for days to come.
Rescue workers first started plying these waters shortly after the winds of Hurricane Katrina died down on Monday afternoon. They worked all night, through the night, and into the morning. It's now about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they say they've picked up about 1,000 people so far. And there could still be hundreds more out here.
Remarkably, some people refuse to be rescued. Better off, they feel, on their own front porch than looking for shelter elsewhere.
You don't want anybody to pick you up?
No, we want to put the pumps on.
Put the
Put the pumps on.
Get the water out of here.
Get the water out.
But the pumps aren't coming on. There's no electricity. And even if there was, the levees haven't been repaired yet. Officials are overwhelmed by the scope of this disaster. They can't even pick up dead bodies. There is nowhere to put them. And people who now have nothing and no place to go swear they've rode out their last hurricane.
We leaving next time. They could say a windstorm, just a flood or whatever, anything. We gone.
Late today, the mayor of New Orleans said it could be 2 to 4 weeks before people are allowed back downtown. He says that it's going to take at least 2 weeks to deal with all of the water here and getting the electricity back on a month or more. He also said today there are significant casualties. About 75 miles to the east of New Orleans, along the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, authorities in the city of Biloxi say there could be more than 100 people dead there, 30 alone in one residential building. That's where CBS News correspondent Jim Acosta is tonight.
To truly understand Hurricane Katrina, walk in Pam Ralph's shoes.
Oh my God, it's gone.
All that's left of her beachfront apartment complex is the concrete slab.
My dog was in my apartment. Josie was in my apartment.
But she did find her neighbor.
Did you stay?
Yes, oh God. Oh, it was terrible.
It's a bond only survivors can share. Her friend had to frantically swim through the floating wreckage to stay alive.
So we swam down 4 houses, and this lady took us in and gave me these clothes, and here I am.
Authorities believe at least 30 people died at this apartment complex. This is the debris from that apartment complex. It is now a lumberyard the size of several football fields. And at some point, authorities will have to look through all of this wreckage for victims. It was an eerie flashback to 1969, when this apartment building in nearby Pass Christian stood in Hurricane Camille's path. Residents there refused to evacuate, and at least 20 people died. Katrina's killer storm surge tormented residents for hours. 1 minute, the water was seeping through the front door. The next, it was splashing the second-story window. Now, the resort town's Beach Boulevard, Highway 90, is littered with remnants of restaurants and hotels.
Just like this.
And was it floating like a boat? Trying to ride it out this time was Nicole Mari. She and her dog actually climbed into this refrigerator to survive.
You know, it was floating just like a little canoe or something would be, you know.
But that luck wasn't shared by everyone.
We got 6 other people, saved them, pulled them out of their windows.
You couldn't save everybody.
No, we couldn't. He tried to get to this man and his son and wife that was in an apartment somewhere around in here, I think. They were downstairs, but couldn't get to them.
Jim Acosta reporting tonight from Biloxi. Another Mississippi beachfront town that suffered terrible damage is Gulfport. It's about 12 miles to the west of Biloxi, 12 miles closer to Hurricane Katrina's eye. And that's where Harry Smith is tonight. Harry?
Yeah, good evening, John. I'll tell you what, the best way I can describe this is Katrina came ashore here like she had a score to settle. Up until this time, all hurricanes were measured against Camille back in 1969, a terrible killer hurricane. But from now on, all storms will be measured against Katrina, a storm that set records for mayhem and destruction.
Rooftop here.
What's left of the Gulf Coast of Mississippi is the reason weather people and government types beg folks to head to higher ground. If you were stuck in a house like this, your survival chances were between slim and none. Gulfport's very existence has depended on luck for a decade or more, and those gleaming casinos that dot the coastline look like woebegone warehouses of luck gone bad. No one's betting when they'll be back.
More than 1,000 Mississippi National Guardsmen have been deployed on the coast. And for now, the survivors are all marveling at just how lucky they are. Scotty Barrett almost drowned in his own kitchen.
Help me. You were standing on this stove.
Standing on the stove, right.
and holding our hands up here on the top just to keep us from going. We figured if the house collapsed, we'd have a doorway out that way, or I could kick those windows out.
Did you think you were going to die?
I wasn't going to let that happen.
Survivors pick through the rubble, looking for the scraps of the lives they used to have. Lucky to be alive for sure, but doubtful they'll feel lucky they lived here. Dr. Jason Smith's home was destroyed. In 3 hours, he found a single family snapshot.
That's me on my sailboat with my oldest daughter when she was about 6. The chairs and the tables and all that's all sort of replaceable, but you know, all the memories of your family, all the school things and all that, all gone. All gone.
Camille, Katrina, here's the difference. In 1968, the First Baptist Church of Gulfport was built. It withstood the onslaught of Hurricane Camille. Well, here's the difference. A 20 or 22-foot storm surge just obliterated the walls on this church. I can't imagine there will ever be another worship service in there again. Let's go back to New York now. Here's Bob.
Harry, I must say, I've seen a lot of hurricane pictures over the years. I don't think I've ever seen any like these. How far inland does this damage go?
Well, I'll tell you what, as you go up and down this coast, there are so many places around here that are filled with those beautiful, huge old live oak trees. Many of them are split in two, have split onto homes, have destroyed the homes that are near them, and especially back a mile or two this way, where there are many, many poorer homes. Those homes are just in utter destruction.
And it looks so different in New Orleans. John Roberts, you are there, and just seeing the flooding that's going on there. There's no drinking water. How long do you think you all are going to be able to stay there?
I don't know, Bob. It's becoming difficult for people who are trying to survive here. It's becoming difficult for people in the hotel who are trying to provide for those who have taken shelter there. It's even becoming difficult for us. We're beginning to run out of food, water, gasoline. A lot of our cars have got flat tires because of all the debris. But, you know, we're just here for the short term. You really have to feel for the people who are here for the long term.
And what about you, Harry? Are you going to be able to stay there for a while? Is it easier to get supplies where you are?
We're probably an hour and a half or 2 hours away from supplies. We're, you know, running out of stuff as well, but, you know, we can climb into an air-conditioned car and take a nap. All these folks up and down the Gulf Coast here on Mississippi, no electricity, no running water, and no respite from this misery. It's hot and it stinks here.
Okay, thanks to both of you. Thanks very much. Late today, with the water still rising in New Orleans, they had to start evacuating thousands of prisoners from the Orleans Parish Prison. Cells were rapidly filling with water, and some inmates crawled to the top of walls while guards herded hundreds more onto a half-submerged freeway ramp nearby. They'll be moved to state prisons. Now, coming up next, in a badly flooded New Orleans, the thing we haven't talked about, looting. Is it a fight for survival? That is tonight's Inside Story. But first, CBS News honors fallen heroes Andrew Farrar. A big man who loved basketball, his idea of relaxing was a 10-mile jog with 25 pounds on his back. He re-enlisted after 9/11, doing it, he said, for those who could not. He was devoted to his men. They called him Daddy, and to his 2 young sons. He couldn't wait to get home. He wanted so much to see them grow up. Farrar was killed on his 31st birthday.
Want to know a secret? Some otherwise intelligent people don't always eat right. That's why there's Delicious Ensure. Complete balanced nutrition, vitamins, minerals, food energy. If you don't eat right, eat smart. Ensure. Nutrition for a healthier you.
I love being the age I am. I just don't want to look it.
With new Advanced Radiance age-defying makeup, you don't have to. It has Olay age-defying ingredients built in to reveal younger-looking skin in 3 weeks. Advanced Radiance, new from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. It's frustrating. Just when you're ready to relax, that's when it happens. The urge to move, along with uncomfortable sensations in your legs. They're hard to describe, but they can even keep you from getting to sleep. You feel the urgent need to get up and move, just to get some relief. There's a name for it, restless leg syndrome. And if you have it, you're among the nearly 1 in 10 U.S. adults who do. Want to know more? Visit restlesslegs.com or talk to your doctor.
Work of that left hand.
Thanks for the dress, Mom.
Simple, everyday moments can be the perfect time to talk to your kids about not smoking, so you don't have to plan a big discussion.
Look, there's a dragonfly on one of the lilies.
Just your leg?
A little moment will do just fine. Talk to your kids about not smoking.
Smoking cigarettes can hurt your game too.
They'll listen.
Don't worry, Dad. I won't.
For conversation starters, log on to philipmorrisusa.com.
I was just getting to the good part when Uncle Ernie dropped his tons. I'd seen that look before. It was heartburn. Before you could say duck sauce, I was there with my Pepsid Complete. I told him only Pepsid Complete starts to neutralize acid on contact and keeps heartburn from coming back all day or all night. In no time, Uncle Ernie was in Mushu heaven, and I had my eye on a spicy dumpling. Pepsid Complete, just one and heartburn's done.
Stupid allergies.
Poor kid can't sleep.
He's all congested from nasal allergies.
Only Nasonex is clinically proven to treat and help prevent congestion and other seasonal nasal allergy symptoms.
Let's tell his mom. You go.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
His congestion's better.
But your nose isn't.
For seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, Nasonex is the one to treat and help prevent congestion. Talk to your doctor.
Authorities in New Orleans are dealing tonight with a problem that's all too common during natural disasters, looting. Like war, disasters bring out both the best and the worst in people, and looters may be desperate storm victims or just common criminals. But either way, they represent a frightening breakdown of law and order. Lee Cowan now with the inside story.
Hey, drop it. Hey, stop it. Drop it.
Tension mixed with temptation on Tuesday as those trapped in a city of rising water took survival into their own hands. Downtown New Orleans became a looter's free-for-all. With an estimated 80% of the city evacuated, some of the 20% left behind were taking every opportunity. With the rising water, there were those who were just as creative on how they were getting their loot away as they were with their excuses.
They give it to you, you take it. They're giving it away. You got to go to Winn-Dixie.
As if emptying the store shelves wasn't enough, some decided to go one step further and take the shelves themselves.
They're so busy with hauling out big racks full of food, they're not concerned about anybody else. They're just, they're...
Everybody for themselves.
Everybody for themselves.
Acts of hooliganism or acts of desperation. Sometimes it was hard to tell. Either way, the order that prevailed in this city leading up to its largest evacuation in history is now beginning to fray.
People got to do something. They ain't got no more food.
Let's go, folks. You got to get to your hotel.
If you want a sense of just how bad things have gotten in downtown New Orleans, this corner and this Walgreens pretty much sums it up. Police did finally show up here, but not to stop the looters. They actually came to help the looters, to take food and necessary supplies from this store and take them over to a neighborhood on the other side of town that's even worse. After that, the police admit the looters can have at it.
I can't say you're welcome to it, but you got to do what you got to do to survive.
And tonight, survival is by any means necessary.
Now, Bob, I can tell you that things have calmed down quite a bit tonight as it's starting to get a little bit darker here. In part, that's because the police and the National Guard were able to get out in front of this thing a little bit. But also, I think it's because, frankly, a lot of people here are starting to realize that they have a lot more serious things to worry about, like not the least of which, where they're going to get their next food, their next meal, their next glass of water. Bob.
Okay, thank you very much, Lee. And just ahead now, the CBS Price Patrol is going to stop tonight in Salt Lake City, where the state of Utah has found a new way to sell an old idea. Carpool.
Got gas, pressure, bloating? Tums doesn't treat gas. To treat gas, use Gas-X. For fast, powerful relief.
Popcorn?
Ooh. Gas-X beats the bloat, and acids don't.
There's an easier way to freshen the whole room. Glade Plug-in Scented Oil Fan, the first air freshener that uses a quiet fan, so it actively circulates your favorite fragrance throughout the entire room.
There. Isn't that better?
Freshness with a spin. Plug it in, plug it in. Now enjoy the freshness of clean linen with Glade Plug-in Scented Oil Fan.
Just announced, the Chevy employee discount continues on 05 vehicles and is now available on 06 full-size trucks. From the family of Chevy trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. The discount price is right on the window. That's the Chevy Total Value Promise. Right now, get a 2006 Silverado 1500 regular cab WT for under $16,200. See your local Chevy dealer today.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. Well, you gotta touch it. That's why there's Purell. Because germs can cause illness. So when there's no soap and water, reach for Purell. It kills 99.99% of germs in seconds. Oh, they can't touch. You can't touch this. You can touch, then use Purell.
If you have indoor or outdoor allergies, ask your doctor about something different, Singulair. While many allergy medicines block histamine, Singulair works differently by blocking leukotrienes, an underlying cause of allergy symptoms. And Singulair is now approved to help relieve both indoor and outdoor allergy symptoms for a full 24 hours. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Singulair, a different way to treat indoor and outdoor allergies.
Women, they want to be strong and sweet forever. And they want to enjoy their calcium. One delicious Viactive Soft Calcium Chew twice a day has the calcium women need. Viactive, it's what women want.
Katrina has disrupted oil production in the Gulf of Mexico, and that has sent the price today to an all-time high of nearly $71 a barrel. Those high oil prices rattle Wall Street. The Dow lost 50 points, and NASDAQ was down nearly 8. The Energy Department says that despite record high gas prices, Americans are buying more of it than ever. But a department analyst tells us that is the way to save money, that many drivers are now switching from premium to regular. On the price patrol, Jim Axelrod has found there are other ways to save on gas. Jim is driving cross-country from New York to San Francisco, as you know, reporting on the impact of high gas prices. And tonight he's in the Beehive State, Utah. Jim?
Bob, maybe the most overused phrase of the summer, to this point at least, has been pain at the pump. But in Utah, we've been reminded of an important lesson. Often when dealing with pain, the most important thing to do is share it. 2, 3. God bless America. A member of the world-famous Mormon Tabernacle Choir, Chris Green, carpools 180 miles up to 5 times a week to get to practice.
To me, the choir is my service to the Lord and to my fellow man, and you can't put a price tag on that. Come, come, ye saints.
Which is good, because her monthly share of the carpool has gone up to $60. But if she were a solo act, she'd be paying more than $300.
If you're complaining about the gas prices, try to do something. Find somebody to ride to work with.
Exactly what the state is doing here. Coordinating carpools like one for these half-dozen hospital workers. Get a carpool of 10 together, and the state will lease you a van for 4 cents a mile, $57 a month on average.
They're very popular.
Requests are up 111% in a year.
The demand for these vans are higher than we can supply. If we had, 100 more of these, we could fill them today.
We're giving you the day off today. Under the heading of When in Salt Lake. All right, guys, let's go to school.
You just missed the road.
We gave Dominic, Thomas, and Tony's moms a break on the $2.52 a gallon gas here. All right, let me turn around. And drove them to school. Do you ever hear your parents complain about gas prices?
Yeah, all the time. But they always get happy when they find this little card.
When they find a little coupon?
That they get $5 off.
Carpools are not the only option to beat the rising prices in Salt Lake. Trolley ridership is up 12% this month. City buses up 6%. Only the cabbies are getting slammed. Their first rate increase in 8 years, 20 cents a mile more, is being eaten up every time they fill up.
Per hour, I can make probably as much working at McDonald's.
Speaking of pain at the pump, here in Utah, the pain seems just a little less sharp tonight, and context will do that. Here, as in every corner of America, people are looking at the Gulf and realizing what true pain really is. Bob?
Okay, Jim, and where do you go tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, Reno, Nevada, the effect of high gas prices on the trucking industry. Bob?
All right. Thank you very much, Jim, and we'll be back with more news in just a minute.
Wait, did you see that? Go back. Clearly, that woman is trying to get more fiber and calcium in her diet. Now, it's so much easier with new Metamucil capsules plus calcium. Metamucil fiber for regularity, plus as much calcium as an 8-ounce glass of milk for strong bones to help prevent osteoporosis. Metamucil capsules plus calcium. Stay regular, stay strong.
Introducing the new Pedigree Slide Right Zipper Bag. Keeps every bite as fresh as the first.
Some things men don't want to talk about.
Like prostate problems. But I learned 1 in 3 men will have them. So I switched to one-a-day men's.
A complete multivitamin plus lycopene, which Harvard studies suggest may help prostate health.
Some things are healthy to talk about.
One-a-day men's.
Hello, my darling. Your last blossom beckons. I am so congested. If only my medicine could treat and help prevent these seasonal nasal allergy symptoms.
Only Nasonex is clinically proven to both treat and help prevent most seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, including congestion. Only Nasonex. Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
I have returned my flower, a changed bee.
For seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, Nasonex is the one to treat and help prevent congestion. Talk to your doctor.
Me? I'm a problem solver. There's a problem, I solve it. One problem I thought I'd solved? My acid reflux disease. I thought it was just bad heartburn. But when I went back to my doctor, he told me over time stomach acid had damaged the lining of my esophagus. He prescribed Nexium. Said I needed more than heartburn relief. My esophagus needed repair. Nexium healed the erosions in my esophagus. And one prescription Nexium pill a day keeps me healed and relieves my heartburn. So I don't just feel better, I am better. My doctor did say other serious stomach conditions may still exist, and headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain could be side effects of Nexium.
Talk to your doctor about Nexium and find out if a free trial is right for you.
Even the best problem solvers need a little help sometimes.
Nexium, the healing purple pill. If you can't afford your medications, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
This brand new anti-meth website is proof the meth epidemic has hit the East Coast. Find out why that's good for the Northwest tonight at 6.
Before we leave you tonight, we want to show you some of the enduring images of this day, the dramatic rescue of survivors. As search and rescue operations go on into the night, survivors' entire families sometimes are being plucked from the roofs of houses and flown by helicopter to safety. They are the lucky ones saved from what FEMA now calls the most significant natural disaster ever to hit the United States. The governor of Louisiana is calling tonight for a day of prayer. She said, slowly, gradually, we will recover, we will survive, we will rebuild. We end our report tonight with her words. For the latest on Katrina, click on CBSNews.com. I'm Bob Schieffer in New York. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. Bringing your community jobs, low prices, and support for neighborhood programs. Power outages, flooding, and the threat of disease. Continuing coverage from the strike zone tomorrow on the CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer. Experience you can trust.
This is CBS.
You know, we watched houses just disappear. You know, the water level get up over the roof, and then when the water receded, the houses just weren't there anymore.
Those who escaped with their lives are dealing with losing everything tonight as they realize the extent of the damage from Hurricane Katrina. Tonight, things are going from bad to worse, and we have complete coverage.
And prices at the pump are holding steady for now. See why you're going to be paying a lot more as we head into the holiday weekend.
Plus, a local high school basketball teacher is arrested on sex abuse charges. See what led investigators to his home computer. KOIN News 6 at 6 starts now.
Now, for Portland, Southwest Washington, and all of Oregon, this is KOIN News 6 at 6 p.m. News that's to the point.